Hello, all of you Vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Invetero Coquette, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 17 votes. And of course, this week starts off a new round of a 3-week cycle that I'm on of recording 6 cars at a time, and then editing them over 3 weeks and getting them uploaded. So the totals will be a little bit higher for the next few weeks. But we're at the start line and off in the Coquette, one of my favorite cars in the game. I say that a lot, but I have a lot of favorites, so it's always true. I've had a Coquette topless for a long time. Obviously, this is not that car. When a bunch of free garage space opened up thanks to the 60-car executive garages, I was able to do something I've wanted to do in a long time and get hardtop and topless versions of all 3 Coquettes in the game. So this is my hardtop version. And I really like it. And strangely, I don't know exactly what it is. I still need to check the suspension on my topless, but this one handles better than my topless Coquette. The topless Coquette likes to spin out a lot. Whoa, that was a little bouncy and almost on the side there. But this car's a lot more stable in the corners, at least in racing. Off-road, it does get bounced around quite a bit. We'll see that coming into play several times as we go up and down the mountain. But for performance, it's kind of a dream. I mean, it's easy to find that point where the wheels don't spin and I'm just putting the power down to climb. Not a lot of Revy cars are that way. Revy, is that a word? Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's a word. This is like the 5th, maybe 6th video I've edited today. I'm in a whirlwind of activity to try to get 2 weeks worth of videos completely edited and uploaded to my channel before the gun running DLC drops. Well, when this video goes live 2 days ago, but for me, it's still several days away. Bit of a drink of water there because I just finished a live stream earlier tonight. My voice, as usual after a live stream, is pretty shot. The Coquette is making amazing time, though that is not the first time we've seen it want to go up on 2 wheels. So we've got to be careful of that in the turns. This car seems to really want to continue its bounce in a very unfriendly manner. But it's making incredible time. I'm pretty sure this car is going to beat that 3-minute mark. Because other than going up on 2 wheels, there's been no problems here. Just, I was really surprised. I expected to be spinning my wheels a lot and having the back end slide all around. But no, it's just running right up the hill like it was made for it. Final push up, a ton of wheel spin there. Got hung up a little bit on the edge of the rock, so I got to try to back up without falling off of here. Up and over the big rock, and we are up at a very impressive 2 minutes, 57 seconds. And yes, it will off-road. Just absolutely blown away with that. We haven't had a sub 3-minute car in a while. But of course, that means now taking it back down the mountain. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I've seen a bit of an outtake from this scene right here as I was preparing to do the controlled descent. Both Commander Hobo and V-Boss were sitting in Commander's brawler giving me the bird. Yeah, such support, such love from my bros. Actually, I would have probably done it too. But I laughed. And the thing is, I saw him do it when I was recording, but I didn't notice it till when I was editing the video, just how long it had been going on. They were just sitting there, just shooting me the bird nonstop. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Love you, too. So, the bounciness that caused it to go up on 2 wheels is what I'm a little concerned with here. On the controlled descent, it hasn't been too much of an issue so far. It's got really good brakes that slow it right down. So, even when I'm going into a corner too fast, coming down the hill a little too fast, it's not a problem. It handled that rough bit, that uneven terrain back there with grace and poise. And that first jump was relatively flat. That's something we do not see a whole lot in Willet Off-Road. I think that's V-Boss over there in his Pride Month parachute. It is June, so for those of you who are inclined, happy gay pride. I am an all-inclusive channel. Everyone is welcome here. And if you have a problem with that, well, it's your problem, not mine. Boom! Another lovely landing. Got a little too hard on the brakes there. Needed another big drink of water for another big jump. Got a bit squirrely, but able to get it back under control somewhat. To continue the final little bit of the descent here. Getting onto the last bit of an actual big downhill climb. There we go on two wheels again. Every time that happened, I was just convinced the car was going to roll over. But then every time it happened, I was able to just control it. It was weird that it kept happening. But at least it was controllable, so whatever. One question I have, though, that some of you experts can answer. Do the Coquettes just always have rolled down windows? Because when I always request this car from the mechanic, the windows are always rolled down. I don't know that I've ever seen this car with the windows rolled up, in fact. I just thought it rather odd. Anyway, coming around the last little bend here, and we are down 2 minutes, 35 seconds. So how about we take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad, fling it off the side of the ramp, and, well, see what's what. Nice, good push off there. Tons of air off that first big rock. And, oh, made for a very strong impact. A lot of air again as it just does kind of a figure eight pattern in midair. Nice barrel roll into a tree that was such a hard impact. It took a sliver of my health. Not to say it did wonderful things for the car, too. I know it's like, man, it's my health I'm worried about. Really should be worried about the cars. How many millions of dollars worth of cars have I flung off of this mountain? It's kind of mind-boggling. Let's see, 54th episode, so at least 108. But the first several of Will It Off-Roads featured 3 cars, 2. When I finally cut it down, because it's 35 minutes is a bit long for Will It Off-Road. Just trying to hold things together. Wow, we had a really full lobby. I didn't realize that. So thank you to all the guys you see there on screen for being cool while I was recording. I know I say it a lot, but I do appreciate it. I know that, you know, they don't have to hang out with me in the lobby I'm in. They can just make me go off into my own lobby and just solo it. But no, a lot of cool guys come and they hang out. And I appreciate that. For the most part, they try to avoid dying and triggering jobs. And they don't use chat for the most part. There were some issues during this particular recording session that we'll see over the next couple weeks. But seriously, guys, thank you. I do appreciate it. But we are down 1 minute, 44 seconds, and this thing is beat to hell. It has all of its lights gone, most of its windows. The hood and the doors won't close. It has severe body damage you'll see as it spins around. And the wheels are fairly well bent, but it didn't shed a single body part, so I guess that's something. But that brings us to our next car. And this is the car from Lamar Davis himself. Check out that custom LD plate. The Albany Emperor, the first most voted for vehicle. Coming in with 33 votes. You can vote for the vehicles that you want to see in Will It Off-Road by clicking on the link in the description down below. You can vote for as many cars as you want. Well, up to 3 at a time. But you can vote as many times as you want. More water just to get me through this last 11 minutes of video here. So the Albany Emperor. I think a lot of people voted for this car because they didn't think it'd make it. And honestly, I wasn't really sure going in because this car doesn't have... excuse me, this car doesn't have a great deal of speed. And it doesn't have the best traction. Though in the mall to nothing race during the tutorial, thanks to rubber banding, Lamar is able to keep up with the shafter with this thing. Doesn't make a lot of sense, I know, but whatever. So maybe Lamar knows something that we don't. Maybe there's some secret sauce to this car that remains untapped by us mere mortals. Yeah, I think we can call Lamar immortal. I mean, look at all the shit that he lived through. I mean, honestly. This is where a lot of these cars with poor gearing and not a lot of high-end power really struggle. I'm just doing everything I can to keep it in a lower gear, but it did shift up. Oh, this is close, but it just barely made it. Barely. And it's still struggling to get in a good gear so that we can actually get this thing going here. This is full throttle, by the way. I wasn't being conservative whatsoever. There you can tell as the wheels started to spin. This was 100% full throttle. Commander Hobo is behind me in another American land barge of the SUV variety with all-wheel drive, and I'm pretty sure he thought I was just trying to be cautious. Nope. I was pushing this car as fast as it would go. Just so happens, this is as fast as it would go. Actually surprising, I've made $2 million since I recorded this. By the time it goes live, I will not have nearly that much money, though, because I will have spent it all on DLC. See, I recorded these videos on 6 days before I'm edited them. So $2 million in 6 days without really trying. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Whoa, that was a puberty voice squeak. Proof once again that I am the world's oldest 15-year-old. I know I'm not talking much about the Albany because there's not much to talk about. I mean, this is a slow but steady progress up the mountain. And I do apologize that I keep having several long pauses between when I'm talking. In this one video, I've gone through nearly two 16-ounce bottles of water. My voice really is gone. This is the last video I'm doing for the day, and then I'm going to bed. So just got to make it through 8 more minutes of video. That's all I need from you, voice. And then tomorrow we'll do it all again. So this last bit will probably be a bit of a challenge because of the long wheelbase. And yeah, you saw what happened there is it kind of got not really high center, but the back wheels came up off the ground, so it stopped moving forward. So I'm going to back up and try getting some speed to go up and over that. Let's see if it pays off. Well, okay, so speed wasn't the right word, but it made it. It's up in a whopping 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Will it off-road?
I'm gonna call the fucking cop.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a yes instead of a yes barely because didn't really struggle except for that last little bit. So, you know, in a pinch it'll do. There's that land barge I was talking about of Commanders. Let's take this land barge of mine back down the mountain. And this might be a bit of a challenge because the Emperor doesn't have the best brakes. And as we mentioned earlier, it doesn't have the best traction in a corner. Or else grip in a corner, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, you kind of use the term grip and traction interchangeably. So I am going to try to keep my speed down as much as possible. You can see as hard as I am on the brakes, that's already proving to be a bit of a challenge. I just don't want to send this massive hunk of American steel careening off the side of the mountains. Lamar would well, I don't know. He'd probably call a mugger on me. The bastard. But then it'd be like, oh shit, that crazy motherfucker got away. Because I'd get away from that mugger. I'm a pro at it. So, just continuing forward, V-Boss has kind of gone on down the mountain. I think we'll see him again here in just a minute, though. Really nice and composed over that uneven bit of terrain. Let's see how we do on this first jump. And again, surprisingly flat. That keeps happening. I've not changed my driving style much. I am being way more aggressive on my ascents now to just try to get better and better and better times. But on the descents, I haven't really changed anything up. So why I'm suddenly able to go a lot flatter over that first jump, I don't know. I really have to, for now, just attribute it to the characteristics of the different cars and how they can control them in air. There goes V-Boss in a stunning display of off-roadsmanship. Again, not sure that's really a word, but it is now. A lot of sliding there, but very composed and able to keep it right under control, so nothing that caused any major concern. Got a little bit of air over that bump. Really putting the power down now. Really sliding out of control because of it. But thanks to how heavy it is, the slightest little incline slows it right back down. Right past the tree of mini crashes without any incident. Coming around the last little tiny section of dirt so that we can get back down onto the asphalt. See how tragically this thing really does go around a corner. That is kind of pathetic, I know, but it's such a amazingly beautiful car. It has to be if somebody like Lamar would drive it. And there's those terrible brakes as we're down in 2 minutes, 52 seconds. Let's take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad as I stumble over my words. And see how it does with a damaged descent. Not as much air as Coquette, because the thing weighs about 10 times more. So remember the problem, sorry if you heard the water bottle pop there. Remember the problem that we ran into with that long wheelbase earlier? That long wheelbase is going to come back and cause problems again here in just a little bit. As the car insists on going down backwards, as a lot of the heavier cars seem to do. Taking a huge beating. Just rolling over a lot, losing body parts all along the way. And there we go. Long wheelbase problems. You know, sometimes having a really long one, there are liabilities. And in this case, I'm wedged with my front wheels on the side of the mountain, but the back bumper wedged against a boulder, unable to get my back wheels to touch the ground. I am not deterred, though. I will persist, because I know that since this car's rocking like this, it means I am going to keep on knocking, because there we go. I knew I could get this thing off of there. But I am going to have to back up a little bit to do it. And I tried to turn around, and the car's like, no, fuck you, you're going backwards. So, whatever. Took out a window on a boulder. Oh, ugly, ugly hit. Lost a couple body panels there. As my hood tries to come back and ram the rest of the car. Mutiny, I say. Just look at this thing. Not very majestic going down this hill, is it? Not really. So, yeah, I couldn't have timed that better or gotten that better if I would have tried the way it came to rest against the concrete there. I was very impressed by that. Not anything by my own skill, because that was not skill, that was just luck. But I thought it was pretty hilarious. Through the second little tunnel, into the bumpy, muddy bits. And it, as I predicted, spun right out. Continuing over the last little section before we make our last climb up into the wood pile. And we are down 2 minutes, almost 35 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Emperor. Most of the lights are gone. 2 of the windows are gone. Surprisingly, only 2. The hood, the front bumper, and the right fender, plus the right front door, all missing. Or no, the right front door is there. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I have that on the screen. I'll take it out. The doors of the trunk won't close, and it has significant body damage. And that's going to do it. Don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.